Hey, it's Juan. Welcome to the September issue of your VMA SITREP. And I'm here at Rosslyn with a very special guest who's made a long trip to be here. Srini Veeravalli is our colleague at USI. He's a brand new MD, a year into it, and he's also a veteran of the Indian Navy. Went to the equivalent of our Naval Academy there, served 26 years. He's a missile specialist, has seen combat, has served on frigates, destroyers, and what they call their missile boats as well. And when he retired, he took 10 days off and has been at Deloitte since for 10 years. He's a cyber specialist in India, and he had business here in town this week, so we had a chance to meet for the first time. Srini is also leading up their equivalent to the VMA, their nascent new veterans group in India. Srini, it's a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you, Yuan. Likewise, it's a pleasure meeting you and the other admirals at the Rosslyn office. Never expected this welcome.
We have a special flyover arranged for Srini here that you're hearing above us. Srini, the veterans group in India is new, and this is really interesting to me. You have a colleague population of 90,000, incredibly fast and growing. But you have about 53 vets. It's a small cohort. And yet, when you had your first vet call, 1,200 of your colleagues joined that call. Talk to us about this. Speak to the support you have within the USI community.
Absolutely, Yuan. We were overwhelmed with the response. Even though we have 50 of us, we had so many of our colleagues join in on our first Veterans Day, which was hosted in January of this year. 1,200 people joined that call, both physically and virtually, which was held in Hyderabad to commemorate the veterans in Veterans Priority in USI. There were spouses of veterans, there were children of veterans, there were parents of veterans who not parents of the serving folks. It was an overwhelming response, and that gave us the confidence that this nascent new priority, brand new, we are not even a year yet, and it's poised for greater heights. As Yuan said, we have a population of 90,000 people and 53. So soon we hope to expand this to recognize the true values which the veterans bring to Deloitte.
And we're comparing notes about how we've built our veteran population and finding those areas that might be applicable there as well.
Absolutely. Yuan, thank you for the deep conversations along with the admirals. I think we found some common areas where we could imbibe from the US Veterans Program. You're running a very successful program, and it has been talked about very highly across the industry, across the country. And we ourselves have a few veterans in the ITS group, which I'm part of, and we hope to take some of the programs back to India, so that we can increase the representation of veterans in USI as well. And we would want to collaborate with Deloitte India. We want to collaborate with the government in India, and then we want to create a holistic program where I believe you have a program where you're inviting veterans to come and experience Deloitte for a couple of weeks here, and then they're free to explore the various opportunities. Right. I thought that was a wonderful way of getting veterans in to see our culture, and hopefully we would emulate that as well.
That's perfect. Srini, we had a great lunch with some of the team, and you educated us on some of the intricacies and nuances of the Indian Navy. One of my favorite was learning that the Indian Navy, which has its own indigenously built aircraft carrier now, and that carrier includes a bar, right? Which is a tradition we have to incorporate into the States.
I didn't know that. I thought we had borrowed these customs from the Britishers, and probably Americans would have already had it. But yes, aircraft carriers are the only ships who have a bar open during sailing after the flying hours. But the pilots aren't, pilots can't drink at least 12 hours before the flights. Right. But it's a custom. I'm sure you'd be a happier Navy probably in the carriers if you had the same thing.
Lots of commonalities between our navies, some differences, lots of commonalities. We're great allies. And one thing we can all say together, beat Army.
since we both head the veterans programs for our respective regions, yes, Navy would always take the lead, even though our Army colleagues or the Air Force colleagues who are probably not like it too much, but yes, go Navy, and surely would make this a spectacular success both in US and USA.
Perfect. Thank you, shipmate.
Thank you, sir.
You got it.
Yeah.
Perfect.